Most case studies you see online are food apps and travel apps. But today I found a powerful SaaS design case study, which is Leaflet. This is an email marketing platform for creating newsletters effortlessly. Now, let's break down this case study, like how they have solved big challenges while keeping the user experience clean, and also we'll be seeing what are the good things that we can take and what are the weaknesses that could be improved in this case study. So let's get into this. So in the hero section, they have added the final mock-up of the case study, which is a good sign that yes, this is how it is going to be. Like the entire application, and this is the theme which they have followed, and also they've maintained the consistency, like how the case study is the same color they have used. It could be a bit subtle, in maybe in the similar shade we could use shadows and tints website. I'll mention that in the description. You can go through that, and also I'll add this case study in the description. In addition to that, they've also added this kind of an introduction about this project, what this is actually, and some categories about this product is added over here. And moving forward, they have added the client information, the challenges which they've tackled here. So before that, if you're new here, I'm Lakshmi, a UX designer and mentor. So I've been helping the freshers and career switchers to build their portfolios and land design roles. So on this channel, I'll be breaking down the case studies. I'll be sharing some of the design reviews which I've mentored for the aspiring designers. I'll be sharing also the real design lessons which you can use in your own projects. Now getting back to the project here in the case study, the client wanted to expand their existing platform with major new features. So they wanted to introduce some other features in the existing platform. So they had some kind of strict brand guidelines which they need to follow, like the corporate colors, like purple and red, that needs to be followed. Yes. So this also brings some kind of accessibility concerns. But yeah, we need to also try improving the communication skills, like the business communication needs to be improved in order to convince and make the client understand why accessibility is really important. And then they have also added the challenges. Yes, this is what the struggle which they have faced in this application, and they've added the result, and then the final UI is placed here, the dashboard design and the results. Along with this, they have added the metrics, which is a key performance indicator that is really important when it comes to the case study. Like it speaks volumes. There is 40% increase in the active users. So this, how they have got this kind of metrics is after the launch of the product. They have gathered these insights from the analytics, like Google Analytics they could have used in order to understand how many active users are there for their product. And they have created 3 times template variations, so that has reduced the errors by 60%. It is also important to note that we should be incorporating this kind of metrics in our case study, so that it will be appealing for the recruiters to understand that we have brought in so much of reduction in template creation time, or increase in the active users, conversion rate, etc. So this has also increased the user satisfaction rates, so meaning that they have satisfied the users according to the user needs. They have done the research as well. So this data was derived after the launch of the application, after the design got implemented. One key thing to note is that they have not added any wireframe or the research work which they have done. Adding that could increase the value of your case study. So do not skip that important part. they've added the design and development journey. So they have followed a structured design and development journey, like the strategy, UX research, IA, user flow, mood board, but they have not included any of these in the case study. They have also done wireframing, prototyping, design system, and UI design. Okay, let's move to the UI design, which is the visual style which they have followed. By the way, if you are building your own case studies and want mentorship on how to make them recruiter ready, then my UX UI crash course starts on October 1. So link is in the comment section. Now let's get into the leaflets design process. Let's continue the same. So they have used the clear typography hierarchy, meaning they have used this font, but it has been cut in the middle. They've used different font weights like light, regular, medium. Maybe we could just highlight how the regular text looks like and medium text looks like. We could do that, and adding the font is a good way to showcase. And here is some kind of accessibility issue. So what you can do, you can just copy the hex code of both the colors and then paste it in WebAIM. I'll share that link in the description. You can check it out. In order to test the color contrast, whether it is passing the accessibility test and whether it is readable for the users, we need to check that mandatorily. And also the background color which they have used is blending along with the background of the case study. So maybe they could have highlighted this section in order to differentiate the background color from the case study's background. Right, and they have used some of the UI here, but instead they could use the icons which they have used, so it will actually relate with the brand guidelines. Or they could have changed the layout and enlarged this, right? And moving forward, we have the UI design. So in this we'll be able to see all the templates, create new ones, edit and delete. Okay, that is the feature of this dashboard. So one thing I notice is in terms of the user experience, I feel they have this kind of charts, maybe the circle, but they have not mentioned what each means. 87% means maybe it is red, but it is in a different placement. So the user has to take an effort and then find out what that 87% means. So it should be explicitly and upfront displayed, like what that 87% means, what 20% means. And also they've used bold shadows which might not be appealing for the eyes of the users. So maybe we could use the plugin called Beautiful Shadows, so that it could give a subtle effect for the UI design. And again, in terms of user experience, what they've done is they can select in the dashboard whether they can select the month, or they can select from last 30 days, last 7 days. But it will be a bit confusing for the user what they've selected and what is the data which they are showing in the dashboard. Okay. Sent, what is sent, what is delivered, what is opened. Dashboard metrics of what? A common overview name could be written, so that it will be crisp and clear for the user to get a better understanding of what this dashboard actually is trying to convey. Having some kind of crisp UX copies could actually indicate that it is able to convey what the system is actually trying to portray here. And then they have the template creation. So on clicking this icon, they lead to this template creation page, but the name is written as template creation. However, they are displaying the list of templates whichever they have created. So there is a misinterpretation over here. So in this, we can create the templates from scratch and then use it in the conversation or for creating campaigns. Okay. And again here they have used all the placeholder text like template underscore name. So instead of this, we could actually use the real name of the templates, because this is not going to be a low fidelity wireframe or mid fidelity wireframe, right? This is the high fidelity mockup design that we are going to give to the developer. So this needs to be real. Here we could try different layouts as well for languages. And they have shown other pages in this way. So here I could find the template creation page. So this needs to be added over there because the name is different. Followed by we are seeing the UI kit and components. So these are the components which they have used. It is a really good work. Like they have used this button, and on hovering, if we are placing the mouse, the cursor in this button, it will, this is how it will appear. So these are the variants. Hover and on click are the variants of the component default. In the same way, they have used how the input field will be if the user is not typing anything, if the user is typing, and if the user types something incorrect. So that is how it needs to be. That is the right approach, but for not correct, we need to type something else and then show it is not correct. We should not type the correct one and then show it is not correct, right? And this is the component which they have used for the checkboxes, yes. But the shadow or the stroke is not fully done. So they could maybe improve in that aspect as well. And they have also shown the toggle, how it looks. This is also a component, and segment control. Fine. So I feel that this case study is a bit incomplete. Like they could include all the UX research that they have done, maybe just at least a primary research, or if they have not done any primary research, at least the secondary research, maybe the competitor analysis or the wireframes which they have mentioned in the initial stages of this project, that could be included, because they have mentioned that they have done. Without showing the process, it's not really a good approach to move forward, right? So they have wrapped up everything in an incomplete way is what I feel. But it is crucial to have SaaS product where the scalability also meets. And overall, this case study is strong. It could include like an elaborated way of process, and the results part is amazing. Like the recruiters would actually love to understand what is the results and outcomes of this product and this case study. And also they could try using the accessibility thing in order to compare if the accessibility is passing, if the readability is there for a red and purple color which they have used. That part is a bit tricky, and this is a okay-ish example of a SaaS platform. And if you are working on your own UX UI case studies, and you can learn from this structure, it's good, but a few of the tweaks is needed. Like they have shown the challenge, the process that they have worked, the results, and the visuals. So that's how we need to stand out. And if you want guidance in building strong UX case study and portfolio projects like this, and along with the weaknesses which we have discussed could be improved, if you also want any feedback, then my UX UI crash course starts on October 1. The link is in the comment section. See you guys in the next case study review or in the next mentorship video.